Next up, Mary Hart and Bob Uecker join Gorilla Monsoon at commentary. They start to speculate as to where Jesse Ventura is, because Ventura's decided that he's going to go down to the ring just so he can be personally introduced to the crowd. But Uecker claims that he's trying to steal Fabulous Moolah away from him, and that's where he's going to try and find her backstage. Fink then introduces Ventura to the crowd, and Fink says allegedly the only man who tells the truth or something to that effect when he does so, and Ventura takes particular umbrage with Fink over the fact that he said allegedly. Brilliant stuff. That's all he does, though. That's pretty much it. The rest of the match then that's next goes ahead. But this is a lovely bit of heeldom from Ventura, I thought. It is. It's great. It tries to make it all about himself. And then also I quite like the fact that then Gorilla then puts over the fact that he's starring in The Predator. Yes, which is out soon. Yeah. So the next match is a 6-man tag match. It's the Hart Foundation and Danny Davis versus the British Bulldogs and Tito Santana. The last thing that Ventura does before he is no longer in front of the crowd is he steals Matilda, the British Bulldog, and is taken away in the cart with Matilda. So that's what Ventura does after this. I think that might be a bit of a heroic act, if I'm being honest. I think so. I think Matilda's not looking very comfortable. Yeah, I think he just decides, you know what, I'm going to take this dog backstage so he's not in front of this massive crowd anymore. So we are told by Gorilla Monsoon that Danny Davis has been suspended as a referee for life plus 10 years. Yeah, I don't know why the 10 years was needed as well. He's obviously, this is obviously as a consequence of the fact that he has effectively been the reason why the British Bulldogs lost the tag team titles to the Hart Foundation, and also the reason why Tito Santana had lost the Intercontinental title to Randy Savage over 18 months prior to this. So there's quite a lot of long storyline, because earlier on, well, we already talked about the Andre Hogan match, but in the video package for that, they show Andre congratulating Hogan on winning the world title in 1984. So that's 3 years before this. There's a lot of kind of, adding couple of bits that have been going on for a long time, which I like. Before the match, there is a pre-recorded interview with Jimmy Hart. He says that if Santana wants a war, he's got one. That's pretty much the whole of that particular interview. And then before Matilda's taken away by Ventura here, she chases Jimmy Hart out of the ring, which again, I'm sure she wasn't really that interested in doing. She was probably just really scared. But gets a great crowd reaction. It does get a great, but again, it's Jimmy Hart. They absolutely hate him. This one goes for just under 9 minutes. It ends when the match breaks down after Davey Boy Smith hits a power slam, and then Danny Davis hits Davey Boy Smith with Jimmy Hart's megaphone and gets the pin. Yeah, as loath as I am to say this about a match involving Bret Hart, this wasn't great for me. I feel like considering the amount of talent that there actually is in the ring, it's nowhere near as good as it should be. Danny Davis has got the air of a T-Bird from Greece about him. His hair is wonderful. This match mainly is to have Tito Santana get his hands on Danny Davis is the main kind of reason behind this match to happen. And they obviously decided to chuck the Hart Foundation and the Bulldogs in as a way to kind of hide maybe the limitations, I suppose, of Danny Davis versus Tito Santana, as that would be. Tito Santana is arguably the best white meat babyface of all time, I think. Has he ever been a heel? Not that I know. No, I don't either. And I'm trying to think of anyone else who ever had a run and was so popular as your classic babyface. I'd say Ricky the Dragon Steamboat had a better run than Tito. Do you know what? You're probably right, but I just discounted that out of hand, didn't I? So no, that's a very good point. But that's why I managed to add the caveat of one of the in there. See what I did? In case I was wrong about that. But no, this match wasn't great. The heat on it though at the end, because Danny Davis has got a lot of heat on him. So what they do quite well is like he'll tag in, kick someone when they're on the ground, and then tag out again. And so he never really gets a chance. Davey Boy hits him with an almighty tombstone pile driver, which looks so brutal. But yeah, the heat at the end of the match when Danny Davis hits Davey, should I say, with the megaphone is absolutely magnificent. So that in itself makes it not a bad match, because again, the crowd is so into hating Jimmy Hart through it, and Danny Davis. Yeah, this microphone shot, he actually waffles in with it. It follows through, but it's good. Danny Davis is brilliant. Those few tags where he comes in, kicks like Davey Boy or Dynamite or whoever he's in the ring with, and then gets out again. He gets so much heat on him. They just hate the fact that the babyfaces can't get their hands on him, and he just comes in when they're down, kicks them a couple of times and gets out. Just absolute brilliant stuff. I think this is one of those matches that actually is quite common on those early WrestleMania shows. shows, which is that with less matches on the show and a slight tweak could be something that would be really exciting as a WrestleMania match. If they'd have just gone with a straight tag team title match with the Hart Foundation versus the British Bulldogs and given them 12, 13 minutes, people will be talking about it as one of the best early WrestleMania matches that there are. And they do this constantly through this period. There are matches that could be really good and turn into nothing because they've got too many matches on the show, and also they're not really considering match quality very much. It's just, it's just get them in and out. And so it's one of those ones where you're like, oh, what a shame, because this could really have added overall to what this show is. It's all right. It's not bad. It's a decent 6-man tag match, but it could have been so much more. And that's the shame of it. That's really all I've got to say. It was decent. There's some nice suplexes, as you imagine when you get Davey Boy Smith or you get Dynamite Kid or you get Bret Hart in the match. That's about it, really.